The woman was shocked to discover that her husband had been cheating. Yesterday, she received a letter, which included a copy of a property deed. The property was in her father's name. It was rented out for $500 million a year, but she knew her father didn't have that much money. She also found a rental agreement for a friend, and the address matched her father's neighborhood. She decided to get to the bottom of it all, so she navigated to the address. After a while of waiting, she saw that her friend indeed lived there. She couldn't understand why her friend had a house, but still rented another one. She was about to get out of the car and ask questions when she saw her husband arrive with their daughter. She quickly hid behind the car, curious to see where her husband would take their daughter. To her surprise, her husband and her friend entered the same building. She didn't understand why her husband would do this when their daughter was just born. Her husband promised that no matter what happened, their family would always stay loving and close. Now, he was cheating on her with her friend. That evening, the wife couldn't help but ask her daughter, "Where did you go with daddy today?" The daughter replied that they went to see daddy's friend. The wife asked which friend. The daughter said she didn't see the person because they weren't home. Had she been overthinking it? So, she installed cameras at home. The next day, before leaving for work, she reminded her husband not to take their daughter out. What she really wanted to know was what her husband was doing at home every day. As she was getting ready to leave, a neighbor happened to pass by. The neighbor said she ran into her husband yesterday, but he seemed to not recognize her. The car he was driving also wasn't the usual one. The whole morning, she felt uneasy. She checked the cameras at home and saw that no one was there. She immediately tried to call her husband. Just then, she heard her daughter's voice on the camera, but her husband had come to find her. She panicked and immediately stood up. Her husband asked her what was wrong. Unsure, the wife pulled out her phone, but her husband was clearly at home with their daughter. So who was the person standing in front of her? There was no time to think, and she rushed back home. Her mind racing with worry. Was her daughter in danger?